Hey Chrome editors. I just came across a task that I wanted to use as a learning moment for you guys and show you the best way to handle this task. So the customer wanted to take this image and put it on a beach. The problem with putting this image on a normal beach picture is that, as you can see, there's coloring, and as you can see, her feet are very blue, kind of floating on this normal colored sand with a shadow. And although the shadow is good, and some of this hair treatment is very good and very well done, it still does not look realistic because of the dark shadowing on her body, the color filters, and how it doesn't match. So I'm going to show you a better way to deal with a photo like this. So go ahead and copy it, and I found a picture of a beach right here, and I'm going to place her on the beach and fit her in like that. And then I'm going to do a really rough version, and I'll show you my final polished version, but I'm going to do it quickly just so we can get the right idea here. So, select more carefully when you're doing this, but select around her body, and we're going to apply a mask, and then use the brush tools as we've done before to blend her in, and obviously you're going to spend more time on this than me. This is just an example, but once we have her blended, then we're going to work on the coloring. We're going to add some color filters to this background. So I'm going to go to my adjustments, and I'm first going to adjust my curves. And as you see here in the channel, you can pick the different color curves. And if we go to red, the opposite of red is cyan. So if we go down, we're going to get it more cyan. If we go up, we're going to get it more red. And that's for the shadows, and this is for the highlights. Same thing, redder highlights, more cyan shadows. So I'm sorry, more cyan highlights. So we can play with these until we get a similar filter. And one of the more challenging things about this photo is that the feet are showing up as very pink, even though we're getting the top area to be more accurate. So what we might have to do is select that pink color, or purple, and then use the gradient tool at a low opacity to apply some of the color in the bottom here, so it looks more natural as you start to blend it. So another thing that you might want to do is, there's some highlights here in the hair, so there must have been a light shining behind her when in the original photo. And what we can do is we can take the gradient tool and use this circular setting here, turn the opacity up, and make it look like there's a light coming from behind her, so that when it's shining through her hair like this, it looks more natural. Another thing we can do is use this selection tool, set it at something like, yeah, like it was on 70, that's perfect. Select her feet and go back again to hue and saturation and bring the saturation down a little bit. And then go to our levels. And again, bring that down a little bit. So that when we blend, oops, again, make sure you select the mask tool when you're using the brush. Blend it in so it looks like she's standing in the sand. So this was a very quick version, but what I actually came up with as a final version was this. I played with the colors, made sure to get, everything nicely blended around the edges, and I think that's a pretty realistic, natural looking clipping job from the original into this background. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.